Iranian attack targeting the Al Udeid air base, the largest American base in the region.
Does this suggest that this is merely a symbolic response so that the Iranian regime can say, we punched America in the nose, whereas really, I mean, they didn't even ruffle a hair on our forehead?
Most likely, Iran's proxies are going to try to retaliate against the United States.
We are just minutes away from total and utter destruction. And this isn't coming from me. This is White House officials. Iran retaliation against U.S. attack, quote, most probably hours away. I know, you're like, this is, Bravo, this is Amway, come on. Thinking my mom used to sell that stuff, but think about this just for a second, how desensitized we are. We just went into Iran and dropped bombs, also known as we are blowing up another country. And everyone's like, oh, but come on. Just seconds ago, the DHS secretary just issued a nationwide terrorism alert for the United States. Some people are like, hunker down, hide. Time to go hang out with your brother who still lives in the basement of 32. Come on, Brian. The funny thing is he probably makes more money than all of us because he trades equities. But here it is. DHS secretary has issued a nationwide terrorism alert for the United States. Summary of the threat to the United States. Well, you might be witnessing big bombs and smoke and fire. The good news or bad news, depending on where you live, that just happened in Toronto right now, the Capitol. And let me just ask you this. Let's just zoom in a little bit to the United States Capitol. Looks like that. Do you think there'd be retaliation? Yes, but bravo, my micro strategy is up today. So what you talking about? Oh, and this just in, it's actually happening in the United States. Oh no, do you live in Ohio? You are probably safe if you're in mom's basement. Other than that, coming across the wire, breaking massive crash, black smoke towers over Columbus, Ohio. Huge incident on the I-270. Thick black smoke is filling the sky. But if you're like, well, I don't live there, okay, then you're perfectly fine. Probably just your normal commute to work in Ohio. Okay, so where was I? One, we're all desensitized now. Two, people are getting injected with syringes at a music festival, which to me is terrifying. And it's like, I didn't pay for this. And is this a mandated injection from the government? No. But here you go. Welcome to your music festival where everyone's getting there's like a few hundred people randomly injected. As this article says, scores of people. But again, just a normal day here on planet Earth. This is actually terrifying. So we got a number from this post. 145 people randomly injected with syringes in France during a music festival. None of the reports or none of the reports actually state what substance was in the syringes, just like a few years ago. I don't know if you remember back in the day, a few years ago, right? The vid vaccine, it was blank. Like, hey, what you putting into me and my kids? Just so this video does not get shelved, I'll fact check myself. Vid vaccine package insert is blank because up-to-date information is online. And the FDA intentionally left it blank. And you know when you go to the pharmacy and you get a little bottle of a few pills, but then the sheets that they hand you, it's like a lawsuit, and they try to fold it up, right? They can't, and put it in the bag. Hold on, let me get a briefcase. I guess case in point, everyone's getting injected. We don't know what's in it, and we're used to it. So hey, 200 kids rock on. Okay, so now my question to you is, breaking news, State Department issues worldwide alert urging you, right there, U.S. citizens, well, half of you, Icasa Su Casa, click subscribe, thank you, to exercise caution. I'm going to guess, and you don't even have to put it in the comment section, you're going to do nothing. Now, what if I told you that 1,000 pounds of enriched uranium is floating around in America? You then think, maybe I don't want to be amongst a lot of people in a real small place, New York. Which, breaking news, a U.S. official tells the New York Times, yeah, they don't know where Iran's 400 kg, it's like 881. Just almost double the kg, there's your pounds, and then maybe a little bit more. I'll just go with 1,000 pounds of 60% enriched uranium. And you just need to enrich it a little bit more. Actually, that should do the trick. That is why we took bunker buster bombs. That's a tough one. Try that 10 times fast. because they were what? I think they were at 70%. What are you going to do with 70%? And very quickly, you can go from 70% to 100%. Well, that's if you go with the narrative. And I don't know. I'm not there. But another narrative is there's nothing there. Actually, in one of Alex Jones' posts, he was saying it's not even there. Like, this is a big theater. It's show. But then he said they had, I don't know. Boy, talking about shooting your feet off. I'm really good at that. Let's see. Big show, backdoor deal. Iran's nuke facilities were evacuated and equipment moved out days in advance, which, did you see the video? Like me, I like looking at all sides of the argument. Again, here it is. Boy, I bet he got heat on this one. U.S. publicly announces made upcoming strikes visible. We all saw the bombers. The U.S. hence struck an empty Iranian nuke facility. 4, satellites showed the evacuation. 5, U.S.-Iran held secret talks. Then number 6, Alex Jones loses half of his audience because you need a good guy and you need a bad guy. Also, this just in. Trump is now threatening Russia. See, all the dudes with their big sticks. With a submarine, okay? Because nukes are on subs. And we're going to deliver them to Russia, but not in the way that Russia wants to deliver it to Iran. See, it's like, oh, so you just want to just hand them your nukes? And just like that, boy, this escalated kind of rather quickly. Russia sends Trump a stark warning on bombing Iran. Trump bombs Iran, bombs Russia. We now need a regime change. What else? U.S. launches strikes. We got that live nuclear war alert. Trump threatens Russia with submarine-delivered nuclear attack after Moscow pushes, right? But again, we just sit here desensitized while the whole world burns down. You're like, oh, we won't really do that to Iran. I swear, if I have to put my finger on it or my pinky on it, 2020, right? The vid thing, the shots, like everything's speeding up and getting really bad, and everyone's, well, everything's fine. But I'm like, yo, everyone, we are sprinting towards World War III. Yeah, but it has not been declared. Regime change. Iran, Russia, North Korea. We are smacking the hornet's nest like no other. My take, just my take, is if they don't get us, we will. And you're like, what are you talking about? We will. Well, if we need a regime change, then we need a false flag attack. Because if y'all not going to do it, we'll do it to ourselves. And this is how governments have always done it. And then someone like me, I'll say, hey, probabilities, and people will go, you're dumb. Just look at your hair. I mean, I see the comments. Why would I ever trust someone with hair like you? Well, did you vote for Donald Trump? Did you happen to see his hair? I could even see Yeshua HaMashiach coming up to you or whoever about the hair. Jesus. And he's like, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father except through me. And you're like, yeah, but look at your hair, bro. Are you like Beatles or the Bee Gees? I can't trust this guy. Also, the other comment that always kicks me in the coin purse, I read all of them. Leave comments. I love you. And in a creepy way, I want to see you succeed. Is the comment of, you said Bitcoin was going to go down. Or fill it in with whatever stock. It goes like this. It's a trajectory. Or for you English majors, a trajectory. You said Bitcoin was going to go to all-time highs. There's a probability. Yes. It does have to get here. Did it get here? No, it went here. And if I could just make a quick little suggestion, if you haven't gone through my course and you don't know how to trade, be careful. And I come here giving you warnings and probabilities. This is all probabilities. Iranian state source warns retaliation. High probability. Would you not agree? I'm going to go with a 98% on that one. Guitar, which is like your guitar. This one just currently doesn't have strings. Suspends air traffic. U.S. urges citizens to shelter. This means high probability the shat's going to hit the fan, which we were the first one to throw the ball of shat. More specifically, Trump threw a big ball of shat. Okay, and now here we go. Regime change. Also known as, we got to find those weapons of mass destruction. This is how it all goes down. We bomb, right? Okay, then they bomb back, and then they bomb, and we bomb, and it's going to keep going. And now Kremlin, here, these are things that I don't want to be posting. That the other nations ready to give Iran nukes. Dangerous escalation begins, as if this wasn't going to happen. And even locally, look at Los Angeles. I'll be there tonight. Nope, not LA. Tonight's Las Vegas, looking at properties, buy distressed assets, sell distressed assets. Buy low, sell high. Our hearts go out to the victims and families impacted by the recent bombings in Iran. This is coming from LA County Sheriff. Hey, LA County Sheriff. This is LA. What? This is the Sheriff's Department posting. Our hearts go out. There's no victim. Well, it was a mountain. They had supposedly big nukes that they want to blow you up with. We just blew up their nukes. Maybe. In big picture, our founding fathers, I'm going to pull back a little bit, said we're going to destroy ourselves from within. And the people that we bomb are going to be the people that are going to actually rule you. And I know this sounds kind of crazy, but it's true. So in breaking news, here we go. We've already converted 3 churches into mosques. We're looking for some more. One day Florida will become Muslim. May Allah give victory to Islam in this country. Look at Texas. Look at New York. And look who's winning. And just to let you know, Muslim. If this guy wins, I bet you all the New York Stock Exchange and every major hedge fund moves to Florida within the next 4 years. Well, they're going to Florida too. Crime will skyrocket as if it hasn't. And also just to bring balance, because yes, our founding fathers, God-fearing, Christianity, and then people, but what about, and again, arguments on both sides. Okay. And as you guys know, the Quran has some crazy text. Not that the Bible doesn't either. Some things taken out of context, you're like, what? But I get why they hate us, because we ain't them. But the Christians aren't like, you know what? If you're not a Christian, we gotta kill you. And just to let you know, I've studied Greek, Hebrew, went to Israel, all of it. If I wanted to claim the degree in Bible, I could have it. We can talk Dead Sea Scrolls all day long. Quran, I'm gonna read this. 2:19. And them wherever you find them. We're on 9:5. But when the forbidden months are past, then fight and slay the pagans. Hi. Wherever you find them. So can I also say, be careful who you vote for. And then at the end of the day, just trade digits, make your digits in your account go up. Learn things like this. This is Bitcoin. This is a Head and Shoulders. Also, time is running out. I ran a sale last night. It ends tonight. $99. My Crypto Stocks University course, so you can learn about what's a Head and Shoulders. I even throw in swing trade. Swing trade things like on this one, 203%. Roast. WDAI, 99%, 53%. Those you would find in my watch lists. I actually have a crypto one too, but we focused on, like, Bitcoin would be left shoulder, right shoulder, because there's so many weird things that happen in crypto. The 9-day moving average, this one, the Bravo 9, usually sniffs it out, but you know, when you get, whoa, what happened there? But usually what happens there is what charts giveth, charts taketh away. That's biblical. Also, someone in the comment section said, I think it was probably right about here. I'm like, yeah, Bitcoin could hit all-time highs. It's all-time highs, right? Swing, oh, you couldn't do it. It's a big difference. This spot is different than this spot. This is a Head and Shoulders. No one cares until you break the neckline, which you did. Now you're retesting it, maybe getting rejected today. I know Bitcoin's at 102, and I know 100 is like a big number. Everyone piles in. That's the cheapest you can get it. Also, Bitcoin's still the 200. You're above it. It's up. It's a magnet pulling you up, which is so much different than like TLT. This is the bond market. See the 200? It's going this way. Not good. Especially when every time TLT hits that 200, rejected, we're way under it still. But hey, there's a white line that goes back to like 1942. So you take your hopium pill, you're above it. I guess if you're an investor, right, this is your buy low. Which yes, it could go lower and it could be a lot longer. That is why I get in and I get out. If you're lazy, have the computer trade my strategies. Which I'm covering that. I try to do a video every single day. It's my AI, the beginner's guide. How to make digits go up even if you're lazy. That one's $2.99. And I throw in the bear market course. If the market chooses to go down, which again, look at the 200-day moving average. Are we above it, below it? With that, jumping on a plane, see you in Vegas. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow.